All right. Good afternoon. Last minute, members only. I don't know. I don't even know how many members I have. But hi, B and Poppy and Anticorpatist and Mark. Hello. All right. So, me and my coffee are with you. My coffee tongue. Actually, I'm doing this because I'm not actually happy. I'm really miserable over the amount of misinformation and bullshit on the internet. Again, these things really get to me. Yeah. You want to get your members only jacket? That's great. Well, I know I need to do more of these. I really do. Because you guys are sort of my bread and butter, right? And well, I'd have to say more like the kitty's bread and butter because uh well, as a rescue mama of 7 kitties, it costs a lot. So thank you, Poppy, B, Mark. Hi, Marky. Hi, Mark. All right. So let's get this started. I'm going to change. Well, I want to show you a picture. I don't know if the right one is here. All right, here. Let me show you this from yesterday. This is where I live. And this was just across the street, the cornfields, and you see the sky. You know, you see the sky, and it's quite lovely, really lovely. But you see the trails, and they're we call them cap trails. You know, capitalism, flying. It is. Hey, Alan. I thought this was members only. I don't see that you're a member. I thought it was members only, not public. Oh boy, are you? You're not in green. Well, anyway, that's what I was hoping for. But anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, uh, gee, I'm learning about the members only. Okay, so we look at the picture. Whoops, wrong one. Wrong one! We look at the picture of where I live. And here's another one. That's how many flights just were this morning over the United States. Okay. Okay. So, as you all know, we have a rash of misinformation and disinformation, and it's really making me crazy. I do see that it looks like there's that I'm not members only. I don't know. I can't tell. If I see people that are not highlighted, then you're not a member? I don't know how this works. That's what I put it up as, a members only. Let me take a look at my channel. Hang on a second, because it's not like I don't want not members. It's just I really wanted to get some shit out without, well, it says members only. Oops, it's not even spelled right. I didn't even spell it right. Wait a second. I really don't know why it's doing this, but it isn't a members only. I don't know how it did this. Okay, well, I might have to change things a little because I don't want to get a copyright. That's really weird. I set it to be that way. But anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. It's just what I want to talk about. Misinformation, disinformation's pissing me off. Uh, Dr. Samantha Montano and I talked about it a bit, and it's getting to me. It really is getting to me. And let me change here. All right. So I'm going to change here, and I'm going to pull up a couple of things to show you that are extremely upsetting. All right. And I know this shit's been like this for a long time. Samantha Montano. Okay. First, I'm going to start with Facebook. All of the groups on there that are spreading a bunch of bullshit. And I had joined one today and I immediately unjoined it. It was just way overwhelming to me. Weather manipulations, chemtrails, geoengineering, all of this. Look at them. All of them. HAARP, HAARP, HAARP. And if I could find a bookmark, I'm going to show you the bookmark. And if you don't like this, it was supposed to be members only to get for me to be able to get this out. It's all a bunch of bullshit. And it's and somebody named Dane Wigington, you know who he is, Geoengineering Watch, is a grifting shit stir, okay? But look at this. Okay, this is dangerous stuff because what's happening with Helene is quite insane right now. And on X, Twitter, Max Velocity is a YouTuber. He is a guy out there that does weather stuff. And he was overwhelmed, really overwhelmed by the crap. He talked about weather manipulation on my live stream briefly. Guys, stop bringing it up on the streams. It's a waste of my time and everybody else's. I'm sick and tired of this crap being brought up on social media. So many people don't know what they're talking about. Every degreed meteorologist I'd ever spoken to, including myself, who has studied in this field, knows that this stuff is just for clicks and to stir the pot. I'm not entertaining more discussion about this, especially since we have a major hurricane to talk about that is hitting Florida this week, which is today, Wednesday, right? He says he'll time you out. So I wrote, thank you. Thank you for doing a spectacular job trying to counter the misinformation and disinformation. And what did I get? Some idiot that tells me, that plays this video of a news story. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear it?
That's right. Lasers.
All right.
Could one day manipulate rain and lightning. CBS This Morning contributor Michio Kaku is a physics professor at City College of New York. Professor,
can you hear this?
Nice to see you. Extraordinary seeing Al Gore and Bill Clinton there together with Charlie, wasn't
All right.
it?
I'm not playing the whole thing. It was a story about research. And I wrote, do you understand how research is conducted? When a story like this is presented, the news folks are interpreting research that might be going on doesn't mean it's a done deal. Please use some critical thinking. Lives are being lost because of all the BS being spread. And then people are saying to him, thanks for letting us know about your ignorance, unsubscribed. I mean, he's just, this isn't an airport, no need to announce your departure. So thankfully, and then people are talking about patents for weather modification. Okay, patents. All right. Let me show you another thing I did. Man, it's not that I don't want people to be here that are not members necessarily, but I really wanted to be able to be a little more frank about what I was showing and not have it all over. So I put this one up. Okay. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has issued thousands of patents for sex toys, including vibrators over the years. Manipulate that, you morons. Patents mean nothing. Weather manipulation's not happening. Shut them up quickly, Max. So these people take the fact that there are no, I'm happy you're here, OG Skyride. I'm happy everybody's here. I just wanted to try a members only. I don't do them very often. Obviously, I'm not good at it. But see, patents, any idiot can have a patent. Any clueless fucking moron can patent something. Okay? Anybody can patent something. I could patent something. Anybody could patent something. But the problem is that people take all of this stuff literally. They think because there is a patent that somebody put out there that it's happening. They take it literally. And hence all of these groups, all of these crazy groups. HAARP. All right, I need to find it's, and again, I wasn't really prepared because I was going to do this a lot differently. Let me see if my bookmarks, if I can find. Uh, yeah, this is can't stand him. This guy, he's dangerous. But anyway, I wanted to look for the specific one on patents, but now I don't know if I can find it. Damn it. Oh, this is old. No, this isn't what I wanted. I couldn't find it. It was really good and it was something that yeah, it was about HAARP and what HAARP is and is not. All right? Well, I guess we could watch this and see what these people are talking about. It's just it makes me crazy on TikTok. Yeah. Look at this. It's delusional shit. HAARP, HAARP. All right, let's look it up. It's in Alaska. I'm going to get it up. Yep. HAARP. The I had such a fantastic bookmark and I don't know what happened to it. Somebody wrote all about it. It's the high frequency active oral research program, scientific study of the ionosphere, the upper atmosphere and magnetosphere. By the way, I've done this before. I've done live streams on this before. They open it up for the public to come in to see what they're doing. And it is not changing the fucking weather. Ugh. So all these people, they know nothing about science. They are not educated. It's delusional. You're right, anti-corporate. It's delusional. It's delusional. Let's see. So all these things can be read and understood. But no, they want to put all this crap on here and tell people and scare people. And then this guy, I'm not playing this whole thing either. This guy, this fucker, look, let's watch him. I can't stand him.
The blue flash from a frequency transmission installation, the more pronounced and powerful the repelling effect on any air
He's
mass
so
or
full of
storm
shit.
in the vicinity will be. Where there are no blue flashes, there is no transmission, thus no repelling effect, thus no resistance for a migrating storm.
Dane Wigington is probably responsible for mushing brains of friends of mine, right? Friends of mine. Oh my gosh, I wish I could find the whole thing on HAARP for you, but he is a dangerous person. And yeah, I do know what's up because these people are crazy. But it's purposeful misinformation.
The same type of manipulation can create low pressure zones. When they have this type of with the climate system, they can manipulate these storms anytime they want. And again, what we see now is storms kept weaker as they're over the ocean because they're harder to steer until they reach the land-based network of transmitters. And then we have, Colonel McGregor, rapid intensification. You've heard that term probably a lot lately. Because that's how they manipulate these storms.
Okay, they manipulate these storms. We are in a climate crisis brought on by burning fossil fuels, by overshoot of our resources. We are living and using up resources. We are finite resources. But we're living like they're infinite. And then jerks and clowns like this get on
Acapulco last October.
And lie.
An extreme example of rapid intensification.
And lie.
Insignificant war with those who control the federal government.
Listen.
How does one digest that?
Fuck you.
Go all the way back.
See why I wanted this to be private? To be members only? It's way bigger nonsense.
Back to, again, as
Listen
I've
to him.
referenced many times, 1962, 62 years ago, Lyndon Johnson, President Johnson,
Oh,
then stating he had
God.
the power to control.
Oh, for
It was
God's
not
sakes. It's
just
the same shit. You know how many years I've been trying to dispel or say that watching this shit?
protection. Not only is it frying plants, foliage, insects, plankton,
Ugh.
but we're susceptible to a large
And
coronal mass.
and they all did this during Corona, during the virus too. You know, all the same shit. All the same shit. Oh, God, it just really, really bothers me. It really, really bothers me. I'm sorry, guys, but I had to do this today. Let me see. But we know HAARP is nothing. Call them. Talk to them. These people should talk to them if they're so worried about it. But you see, it's the they. It's the they, you know. Oh my God, who are they? And then, okay, so they'll counter with, it's the CIA, it's the deep state. Well, you know, I ask, who's the deep state? Well, we know that we are run by oligarchs and billionaires. That's who the deep state is. Opus Dei is the deep state. The Heartland Institute is part of the deep state by spreading lies and bullshit about their climate change deniers, the Heritage Foundation who wrote Project 2025. That's who the deep state is. They are lying and manipulating Americans, and we are fucked. Okay. I got it out, right? What else? So let's see what else we can find out here on weather weather manipulation. Oh, weather modification. Weather modification. And it's the intentional enhancement or suppression of current weather conditions over a given area by human agency. It's not happening with this hurricane. It is just not happening. It's not happening. What are we going to do to counter this? I have been all over Twitter. Let's see if I can find some of my things here. By the way, really quickly, it's 1 year since we lost Michael Dowd, and I have no doubt that he would have been able to help get us through some of this nonsense. So let's have a moment of silence for Michael. We really miss him. But I'm just so sick of this crap. And like I said, this is not a planned live stream. I don't have anything wonderfully planned or anything like that. But I have been trying so hard to do this. And she's on there. I mean, like I said, this is what I put up. U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has issued thousands of patents for sex toys, including vibrators over the years. Manipulate that, you morons. I mean, I can't stand them. I can't stand them. I can't stand it. So what I want to do is, all right, these were my replies. I wonder if there's any more I can show you that I've been writing. Here's Nick. Milton is a beast. Yeah. A good source of a good person. And I was putting this up. I don't know if I can do this. My mental health is at stake. It really is. My freaking mental health is at stake. Yeah. And then here's another one. He wrote, he wakes up and you're going to see, if they haven't stopped, maybe they stopped it. I don't know. But my stuff was, again, the current traffic. Look at the amount of flights any day and the contrails that they spew. It's simply too much flying and too much garbage coming out of airplanes. If you would understand that maybe then we could end this garbage that's spewed by people like Dane Wigington. Paranoia is sad. Sad! And this is the shit they spread. And look at 13,000 people. How many people do I have watching me? 19, right? Okay, 19. I don't even get 1,000 views on excellent videos like interviews with Dr. Samantha Montano in disaster management. I swear I'm almost thinking, do I change my channel? Maybe I should become a grifting conspiracy nut. I just can't stand it. But so I don't know if I should even bother doing this. I don't even think I should do it anymore. Because it's making me crazy. He said he's just And Max is crazy about it all the way. Just so upset. Just so upset. And as you see again, I'm not a member. I think you have to be a member to look at the activity because it's so insane. It is. All right. Let me come back to you. And let's have a quick chit chat on some of this shit. I'll come back to you. We'll talk. I'll bring you up. All right, hang on. And I do have something to show you. Hey, Veg. It's great. All right, let's talk. I had to get this out today. I was really upset. Really, really upset today. I feel like we can't counter this. And then there are other people that are saying that this is coordinated disinformation and misinformation by, okay, so here I am trying to say, who is the deep state? And other people are saying it's coordinated. Oops. Uh-oh. What happened to my, hang on. Okay. Coordinated by who? By who? If I say Russia, then I'm going to be called that I'm Russiagate, But there are bad actors. There are really bad actors there. And then Donald Trump is sitting there parroting the same shit that this crap is happening in North Carolina, which completely pisses me off because there are people's lives at stake and all of the horse shit that's flying around social media, TikTok, whatever. It's dangerous. But I really think if it is a concerted effort to manipulate Americans who are completely gullible, especially because of religion and religiosity. I mean, everything you look at in these live streams is God and God bless you and all. I'm not putting anybody down who believes in a higher power or the creator or whatever. I'm more talking about the gullibility of it all. And then, the guy that we have running for president in the United States, oh my God, making me nuts. Obviously. Hello, Ernie. All right, let's see who's with me. Yes, R.I.P. Michael Dowd. I know. I understand. That's why I did put up a couple of things. And we did the tribute a year ago. Thank you, Tennessee Jed. Anything that I get goes to my kitty cat sanctuary here. I'm pretty sure I have went insane because most people seem cray-cray to me. I'm telling you, it's not, it's true. It's just freaking true. I can't stand it. But I think it's just my mood today. It's my mood. And I'll probably have to change see, I sound like I'm ADHD. I can't keep my mind on one thing. I have to change the thumbnail because obviously it's not members only. Hello, Ecocentric Homestead. Nice to see all of you. All right, so I want to show you a video. I hope it's the right one. I'm going to try to set it up. From yesterday, we had some storms, okay? Nothing nefarious, nothing done by the deep state. But I'll show you what was happening here. We do get torrential rains, and it is microbursts from the climate crisis, quite frankly. This is after the storm warning. That's what it sounds like at my place. This is after the storm. That's what it sounds like at my place. It is, it was really loud. Hello, Desiree. Shout out from Mount Shasta. It's very nice to see you. Well, yes, I've kind of changed what I was going to do because I thought it was members only, not to put anybody else down. But actually, if you'd like to join the channel, that's great. We also have a Buy Me a Coffee. That's fantastic too. So, it rained yesterday. We had storm warnings. They were scary and threatening, and I prepared, and I always do because we've had tornadoes here before, and they said it could be up to 60-mile-an-hour winds, blah, blah, blah. But if I was one of those people that thought like that, I could say, oh my gosh, they want to take our farmland. They are going to do storms here so they can take our farmland. Pathetic. Pathetic. But like I showed you before, the picture, not that one. God damn it, not that one. This one. Contrails. Because of too much flying. Too much flying. At any one time. Any one time, there are thousands and thousands of flights over North America. Of course, they're going to leave trails like that. But I know that, and you know that. But obviously, hundreds of thousands of people would rather believe in things that are fairy tales. Now, some people say it's because reality is so hard to grasp of what's happening that people would rather hang on to these things that are not happening, these fallacies, these fantasies. And there's always a charlatan like Dane Wigington, like any of those evangelical pastors that are on YouTube or Rumble that also are bringing people down these rabbit holes of insanity. I don't know. Oh, no. Veg, I know you said that. Isn't that something? 150 miles and it hasn't rained there in weeks. Why isn't it raining there, Veg? Who is controlling the non-rain? Who would like to take over the armpit of Canada and London, Ontario? Who? Who is it? Please tell me who wants London, Ontario to dry up. Okay. I'm going to tell you my thing on this one, and this is another one. It didn't work. I've studied this years ago extensively. It didn't work. They tried it. It didn't work. That's always the go-to. It's always the go-to. Operation Popeye, always the go-to. But everything that has been written about it from researchers' point of views, analysts writing, it wasn't something that worked. It wasn't successful. Now, I didn't pull up anything that I could share with you on that because I wasn't going to go into Operation Popeye. I probably could find you a video from I did maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago on it. Possibly. I don't know. I'd have to go into the bowels of things. Now, ski resorts they make their snow making machines and they throw snow over the trail. Okay. They are not throwing snow over hundreds of miles. And it's very expensive to do that. That's why it costs so much money to go skiing. You buy me a cup of coffee. On Buy Me a Coffee, I'll put the link up after. Thank you. That's very nice. Everything goes to the kitties. 7 of them. Yeah. Climate change deniers. Humans can't affect the climate. Right. But then on the other hand, we're doing it. Right? We're doing it. I don't know. I'll Google it. I'll Google it. Why, you want me to Google it right now? I don't want to, but I will. I'm going to find the thing I did on it. But see, that's the go-to. That's always the go-to. But the problem is that no matter if look, I don't trust the United States military. I don't think that the United States is doing the best they can in the world. We're an empire. And we've done horrible things. But to think that North Carolina is a land grab right now by whoever you want to think it is ludicrous, has been disproven. The governors are on the internet crying for people to stop this. It's affecting lives. They're crying for people to stop this. Hi, Jean. Welcome. They are crying. You have a drought there too? Oh boy, since the beginning of August. Well, you know, yeah, here, wait, Gene, I think that's a good one. Could be. People are so afraid of chaos that their brains make them think some powerful person is control or a god. Well, that makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. But the problem is today we have a hurricane in Florida and the garbage is flying around on the internet already that they are controlling it and it is them that is making it happen. And Dane Wigington, you want to fight with me? He wouldn't. I'm too small. I'm insignificant to him. But it's just insane. My opinion. And I'm entitled to my channel. And usually I back up pretty much everything by statistical research, scientific research, and you know that. I mean, there's a lot of things wrong. A lot of things wrong. But today it was really what is getting to me is that people don't understand how patents work. They take everything, so many people take everything out of context, blow it up. Oh, and the latest thing is, okay, so as my trying to counter disinformation and misinformation, I have been called a Krugerette. And I have been accused of having Dunning-Kruger syndrome or whatever you want to call it, which I think is quite funny. It seems to me like it's very much projection. And these are the people that are saying, these are the Alex Jones acolytes that are saying that they are causing the hurricanes, that they are doing all this stuff when our CO2 in the atmosphere has never been higher in recorded history. The sea surface temperatures have never been higher in recorded history. Then I've been challenged when I've said that. And people say, well, how do you know what's recorded history? Then you try to explain to them about ice core data and the kind of research scientists are doing, and it's dismissed because you see it's fake. And we are moving in the into this country into an era of anti-science that is like no other you've seen. Anti-science, and that sounds like Trump, like nothing you've ever seen before. But putting down the universities, trying to destroy universities when it's not the public universities. And J.D. Vance talks about the universities as being terrible places. Now I worked in public university over 20 years. He's from Harvard. That's where the real evil is, in the private moneyed institutions that graduate horrible lawyers and then Donald Trump hires them all. Yeah, but it's just sad. And I had to get it off my chest today. I was pissed. And I've been pissed. I can't even sleep. That's the problem. I can't even sleep because now this new hurricane is going to hit Florida. And there's going to be a ridiculous level of bullshit again all over. I think the internet has just it's broken people's brains. I'm going to show you this. This is really, it's sad. Watch this. Mainstream guy. Okay? Mainstream guy. Watch him.
Incredible hurricane. It has dropped. It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours.
He's crying online, on the air.
Just horrific. Maximum sustained winds are 160 miles per hour. And it is just gaining strength in the Gulf of Mexico, where you can imagine the winds, the seas are just so incredibly hot. record hot, as you might imagine. You know what's driving that. I don't need to tell you. Global warming, climate change, leading to this and becoming an increasing threat for the Yucatan, including Mérida and Progreso and other areas there. Let's see if I can show you the latest. There's the Cat 5 information. Winds 160 miles per hour, moving east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. And on that track, you're going to notice that this
you hear the emotion very, very in his voice
to the Yucatan, and the dirty side of this hurricane, folks, is on the right-hand side of its progress. So therefore, they're going to get the dirty side there. These communities, many of them, as you might imagine, many folks, in that area have just the very basics, nothing else but that. So it's going to be very tough. Now let's transition to Florida because even though it is expected to weaken on approach, it is so incredibly strong right now that you're going to find it very difficult for it to be nothing less than a major hurricane when it makes landfall in Florida.
Okay, so you watched him, mainstream meteorologist, basically crying. And can you imagine what I saw when I looked at it in the comment sections underneath him? He was assaulted for mentioning climate change. He was barraged with trolls, assaulted. Is this a campaign? How do they find these things so fast? How do they find them so fast? And by the way, while we're talking, I do want to pull something up from last night because, again, I had a really disgusting person. Oh my God, a flat earther find me. And I definitely have to. Oh, shit. I hope I can find it. Okay, here it is. I think he took it off, but I'll try to. All right. Yeah. This was particularly disturbing. So let me, and he was a pussy too, because he took it. Sorry, I'm being me. I'm saying it. Wah! Okay. So let me pull this up. And this was from Twitter also. I know I probably shouldn't be on Twitter for my mental health. I just feel compelled to fight. Recently, climate deniers have taken to calling me a victim of Dunning-Kruger projection at its finest. I find it quite humorous that someone who thinks we are actively spraying the skies and believes the earth is flat thinks I am suffering from Dunning-Kruger. Now, Kruger. And David, who is wonderful, these people can't be educated on facts at this point. I remember reading about nurses treating terminally ill COVID patients who would use their last breath to say they won't die because they used something Trump suggested and then died as they were saying it. I mean, those were stories, right? But this guy. There was a guy, he says, yay! His account was suspended. Somebody reported him. He was so bad. He insulted me. He has a website. Look at this. Can you see this? Is this big enough for you to see? I went to the guy's website and his name is Eric Dubay, and he is a gigantic flat earth anti-Semitic piece of shit. All right, I'll bring it up. The International Jew, the world's foremost problem. And then NASA, not a space agency, the Jewish-run slave trade. I didn't report it because he had hidden his post, and I don't know how he found me. I mean, how many people? 21 people like this? And he found me like right away? How? Was it a buzz? Was it a word? Flat earther? I mean, how did these people program this shit to come in? How? All right. So this is not cool. It's disgusting. Anti-Semitism is horrible. Anti-Netanyahu isn't. Anti-war isn't. Anti-genocide isn't. Oh, you did? Oh, bless your little heart. I didn't, because actually he hit himself before I could even do it. I was in such I was trying to figure out who he was and going to his website, and then he hit himself. So this is what's going on this disgusting site. This guy made a fantastic video. I can't show it to you. I'll put the link in the show notes. Debunking Eric Dubay or whatever his name is. But Eric, let's see, he actually is still on. I know I'm going all over, guys. I think my daughter's right. I probably have adult ADHD, whatever it is, ADHD. That's what she said on our trip. She said, Mom, you have adult ADHD. Probably why I was so good at my multitasking job. But I didn't plan this out. That's the thing. When I do my shows, everything's planned, not scripted, but planned. So this guy, he's flat Earth. Eric Dubay. This is his. Oh, I blocked him. Wait, we got to see the posts first. I blocked him. All right. So here's this dude, flat earther, 65.8 thousand followers. Okay. I've got 2,600. What's wrong with this picture? 65,000 people follow this idiot. And he posts all this stuff. He's actually got a store. And people believe him, like Claudia Stauber. Claudia Stauber, who used to, oh boy, maybe we'll look at what she's doing. She's got a public page. She used to be my friend. She went down every single goddamn rabbit hole there is. Riddle me this. What's never been proven, but taught as a fact. This guy is pretty bad. Globe Debunked Daily. Antarctica. I should play you, maybe when I do this again, you should join the channel so I can do these sometimes as members only, so I can really say what I want to say without being assaulted in the comment section if it happens. I don't want to turn comments off, but yeah. Hi, Morgan. You're right. They might be, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. So but this guy is not a bot. He's real. And the other profile got banned. Thank you, Gene. But this is what people follow all this. It's just, I don't know. Is it because we're all rational on this channel? We follow science. It's not a belief. It's proven things. It's research. It's studying. It's academia. What kills me is the anti-academic movement. Are there problems in academia? Oh, absolutely. As if everything isn't just like another business. They are. And when they tell you that academia is all liberal or left or whatever, oh, that's not true either. Not in public institutions, and certainly not in private institutions. The higher echelon that I reported to, they were all very conservative, because they're business people. Maybe some professors are, but the misnomer that academia is just so, liberal, libtard higher education. So this guy, he's nuts. The Olympics opening was a satanic ritual. Changed my mind. Right wing nuts. But he found my post immediately because I had the word flat earth in it. So yeah, that makes you think it could be bots. I'm going to have to do a little test on this crap and find some more stuff for you. All right, I'm going to play one of my I hope I don't get copyright by this guy. I think I've played it before. It is one of my most favorite videos. We're going to have some fun with this one. It's old. I love it. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It is one of my most favorite videos on YouTube. Now, this guy really is a pilot, and his name is Mike. And when he made this, holy crap, I watched it 100 times back then, and I didn't even know what chemtrails really were then. I just started. I was so naive when I was working. Honestly, I really didn't even know what any of it was. I was in science. I was in research. The bubble, my bubble wasn't burst yet. I had not really had much to do with all of that. I didn't know. So we're going to play this one. It is a fun one. I love it.
Anybody out there see the chemtrail activity in Sector 5, that's northern Indiana Sector 5?
I'll probably get a copyright.
That is affirmative. We do see it. What should we do? Roger that. Let's go with the code 3, extra aluminum.
Okay. I hope not.
Extra aluminum. Code 3. And now we wait.
That's why I wanted to play this. That's why I made it members only. If I get kicked off, I might have to do this to keep going so I don't get kicked off, like stop it and start it. Chemtrails at Night, Mike Wagner, it's so good. But if I do that, then maybe I won't, because that's why I was having this, to be a members only. But here we go. I'll stop it a couple of times. That way, maybe it will stop me from getting any kind of copyright. I don't want one. Okay, I'll stop for a minute. All right, here we go. Roll your dreams and screams from the skies. Well, it's no conspiracy changing your democracy, and you think you got a beat on me. I'll turn to you and say, okay, I'll go back. So far, so good. I spray my chemtrails at night so I can invalidate your crackpot theories. And I spray my chemtrails at night so I can hear Rod Bell while I see the skies. This'll keep me from getting a copyright, all these stops, I'm pretty sure. I hope. It's not him. It's the music. Well, it's no conspiracy changing your democracy, and you think you got a beat on me. I'll turn to you and say, I never spray in the light of day, oh no. Unless it's all cloudy, then that's okay, you know. You've never seen us, we never spray in the light of day, oh no. You can't escape us 'cause we never spray in the... Did I lose the show? Oh, I didn't lose the show. All right, wait a minute. I didn't see it on my board. Okay. Trails at night. I spray my chemtrails at night. I spray my chemtrails actually Captain Mike. He really is a pilot, and he's got a channel. All right, so I did that because I don't want to get a copyright. I had set this up to be private. It's the music. I don't know. I already have 1 strike. I have 3. I don't want to have any more problems. So I think if I stopped it, you want to watch it, Jean put up the link, and I will put those show notes in because I have to change the thumbnail anyway. All right, so where were we? Enjoying that? We're going to have some talk here. Let's see. Parodies are exempt from copyright. They are? You mean I didn't have to do that? Oh, well, you'll go to his channel. Give him the views. He made it, and his latest actually is weird. He's using AI now, and I really liked what he did there. I don't use AI, and neither do you, Veg. I don't even know how to use AI. I don't want to. I like making my own stuff. Oh, by the way, Veg, and I'm free associating here, I'm going to try a new software called DaVinci for doing DaVinci Resolve for making videos because I want to do something different. All right. So, how are we all doing out there in the chat? And I didn't expect to have all of you at all. Here, I'll put this up. It was great. Yep. So, yeah, it'll be in the show note. Anywho, I don't know if I had anything else that I was going to show you for this. It was just really free association of how frustrated I am over the political situation in the United States, the lies that are being told, and what really put me over was hi, Bila. What really put me over was the hurricane nonsense and all of the North Carolina lies and bullshit that, of course there's going to be people that are affected negatively, but FEMA isn't stealing people's stuff. I mean, the governors of the states have been on there pleading and begging, and the people on the internet that want to find one disgruntled person that could possibly, who knows? I feel for the people in North Carolina. How do you put yourself in that situation? But it's all spun to be dark and horrible. They're going to take over North Carolina for the lithium mines. They're taking over. I've heard from people from that area. None of that is happening. Literally, personally, I heard from people like that. But there's bad people out there that want to make a dime on everybody else's misfortune and gullibility. And it's just overwhelming. So with Samantha Montano, whose video maybe between Facebook and YouTube got 900 views, which I think was a good video. Maybe she's going to make a dent. She's really trying hard to make a dent in some of this stuff. Really is. Well, I understand. Okay, wait, let's get that. Right, but it's not happening now in North Carolina. There's no proof that anybody's swooping in to steal anybody's land or even make them lowball offers, and nothing is being recorded in counties. No deeds are being transferred. Did that happen in Maui? Do we have any really concrete proof that all of that happened in Maui? In fact, should we look and see how Maui's doing? My God, I'm not Dunning-Kruger. And I'm never going to second guess myself and think, maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm wrong about a lot of things. Maybe naive about some things. I can accept when I have to be corrected, or I have to research more, or I need to look into things more. There are definitely terrible people running the world. I call it the billionaire class again. And the wannabe dictatorial class, and even the extremist religious class. There's plenty to go around. What are we going to do here in America? Do you have any plans, just so to speak, if things don't go the way a lot of us hope they will? Have plans for January 2025? Is it paranoia to say that there are some unsavory things that could happen? I don't want to dip my toe into ultra paranoia, but I do think that we do have to think about how are we going to conduct our lives in the United States in the post-2025 era if we have a Donald Trump and a J.D. Vance who is behind, and who's behind him? The dark money. The dark money. You can call them the deep state, Peter Thiel. And I believe that if there's a coordinated effort, these billionaire people know exactly how to manipulate the American mind, and they're doing a great job of it. I'd like to know who funds Dane Wigington. I did start that many, many years ago. Try to find out who funds him, because it certainly is not just, his channel. I doubt it. Why am I picking on him today? Because he's been pissing me off for 7 years. And because I've tried to get traction, and so many of our science channels try to get traction, and what gets traction is sensationalism. And it's same in the political sphere. What gets traction? Sensationalist political bullshit. Okay? It's not always bullshit. However, there is a tendency for a lot of channels to do whole shows around what other channels are doing. So YouTubers commenting on YouTubers, blah, blah. I haven't really taken to doing that. I probably could pick apart certain denier channels or whatever, but I'm not a scientist. I don't know if I would be able to sit here and say, okay, this graph, no, maybe I'm undercutting myself. I probably would know that their graphs are full of shit. I love it. I love the whole new Antarctic is greening now, so that's good. And the other crap, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, boy. Anyway. I don't know where to go from here. I've given you what I got. I feel better because I got it out of my system. I really was anxiety ridden, and I think I'll take the rest of the day and take a break from X and all of it, and maybe just set up for tomorrow and play with my cats. Walk the property. I did. I don't think I showed you. Maybe I can pull up. I'm going to try to pull up something from yesterday before we go. It was such a beautiful day. It was so beautiful out. And before the storm, I was with my neighbor, and I'm going to pull this up. I know it takes a minute, but let's see if I can open it. Yeah, I was with my neighbor, and she was at the horse auction, and she just got this little quarter horse. This is a thoroughbred and a quarter horse, and she has another horse, but this is right across the street, and I am so freaking spiritually blessed by whatever to live where I live and have neighbors that are, well, she thinks a lot like me. We spent quite a few hours together yesterday hiking around the neighborhood, on the trails, here, looking at the horses and playing with the horses. I don't take it for granted. I don't look, not a chemtrail in the sky on that side, but I really don't. I don't take it for granted. It is a beautiful place to be. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else that I could pull up that you might be interested in, since I don't know, when did I start? Oh, I've probably been a while now, huh? I don't think it's going to work. Well, anyway, let's see what you guys are talking about before we go. You love the background, isn't it nice? I found that. It's actually not. I have my own footage of beautiful stuff like this. I didn't have any time to do it. Hey, Andy from the UK's with us. Andy has graced us with his presence because I'm early. Hi, Aaron. Mindfulness and Coping Skills Workshop. Yeah, well, it's good to see you, Jake. We have our 50-second show on Wednesday night, left past 10. Grateful for those guys. Oh, wait. Discourse on other YouTubers is overdone. Media critique is done. Cover material uses. Well, I don't know. It's like there's just so much to cover that I don't want to cover what everybody else is doing when there's stuff to cover that is happening on the planet. That's my channel. That's my channel. Oh, thanks, Aaron. What a sweetheart. Thank you. I got a sticker. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, did you guys have a good time? I certainly feel better, even though I'm just not, I'm not over all of this. I probably will never get over it because I'm such a rational thinking mind, and it's very, very hard for me to go down rabbit holes that just, I can't go down them. I can't go down them. However, there are people that will say, well, abrupt global warming, that's a rabbit hole. It's not a rabbit hole. It's not a rabbit hole. And if you want to call me a doomer or not, whatever, the big picture is not so wonderful. Okay? The big picture is not so wonderful on our beautiful planet that we destroy daily, by the day. Are we going to make changes? Of course we're making changes. But they're so incremental. But we're making changes because that's how we are. People want to find solutions. People want to find the good. Not everybody, but a lot of people, And then, of course, there's the capitalist tech solutions, which is a big thing. You read all about, that tech is going to save us. I can't say it won't. How the hell do I know? How do I know? Yes, it is. We had a moment earlier. Michael Dowd, for those of you who don't know, was an amazing man, a very spiritual man. I'll put a link to his work in the channel. He helped a lot of us cope with what was happening with our climate. And he interviewed everybody in our genre. I'm widening my genre to bring more people in, not necessarily to try to get people to think the way I think, just to show them all the things that are out there. Everybody has to make up their mind how they think. Don't listen to one YouTuber. Don't absorb what one person or two people say. Make your own mind, critical thinking skills. I'm constantly checking them. And sometimes I have difficult discussions with people I really care about because we disagree, but I need to look at what they are saying and not let my emotions rule. I think a lot of us really need to do that. Emotional rule is what's wrecking everything, So what did we get out of today's show? We got out that there's a lot of misinformation and disinformation everywhere, and social media is a breeding ground. We've known this, a breeding ground and a cesspool of confusion, chaos. Like Jean said, we have a chaotic presidential election in the United States. We have a political party that sows chaos on one side. We have a political party on the other that isn't doing enough to make its constituents feel comfortable with the fact that there are hideous, horrible atrocities going on in the Middle East. We have so much to deal with that when you then see all of this misinformation and disinformation floating around about all these things that are out of our control. And like Jean said earlier, it's a way of for people to deal with chaos or deal with things. But I think it also is the religiosity base that makes them push away rationality and science for God, and that is what brings them then over to those following those kind of like culty things. It's like, I think the geoengineering chemtrail thing is kind of culty. I can't see belonging to a cult. So here we are. We covered all of the things I wanted to cover as a members only stream. And got it off my chest. Don't usually do this in the middle of the afternoon when I typically have a gazillion things going on in this place. And I appreciate that you came. It's been an hour and 6 minutes. Look at that. Put up a couple. They think bombs are bad now? Yeah, right. No, I don't think there's any country on the planet. Well, I would say little countries, island countries, peaceful countries. Bombs are us. One trying just to hold it together while the other constantly tearing it down. That's kind of how it is. It is kind of how it is, isn't it? Yep. Hey, Kim, I'm going to end soon. Oh, you found me because of Michael Dowd? Well, us. Antonio, Nicholas, Jennifer, and Jim. The core. And then the three Domingos, if that ever gets together, that's like herding cats. Love them. All right, let's see. Bye, Ernie. Bye. Oh, yes, you're right. Where's Jean? The next 4 weeks are going to be very emotional. Yeah, so I probably need to pull it together because I have not been. I haven't been together in any which way, especially when all of this is affecting people that I care about who are falling down rabbit holes that are frightening. And I'm not telling you to follow, the mainstream or anything. I'm just telling you, please have critical thinking and look at who you're following. Who are the people that you're listening to? Who are the resources behind them? When you watch my channel, which is a tiny little insignificant channel, it is me. And there are no resources. It's my fucking house, 6 cats in my garden. It is nothing. I talk to you from here. There's nobody behind me. But unfortunately, that can't be said for everyone. And all of you know this. All of you know it. So I guess I'll have to now pick. What are we going to pick to toilet flush? Come on, guys, before I land. And give me a like, too. Help the algorithm so that the next people I bring on for an interview could get more than 1,000 views. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Who knows? Good luck. Good luck. My favorite people whom I've never met except on the internet. See, there are good pockets. We can't say they're not, but you really have to be a discriminating person out here in social media land. And you have to be strong. Yeah, makes a good point. I mean, how did that flat earth, I just mentioned it once, and there was that person, that hideous, horrible person. All right, what are we flushing? Okay, I'm going to flush. I'm flushing flat earthers today. All right. There we go. All right, so we flushed the flat earthers today. I did my members only, which wasn't a members only. I'll edit it. I'll just change things around. Thanks, Melanie and Channel Warhorse and Andy. Yeah, you know what? Fucking A right. We are the good guys. Whatever you want to call us. Doomers. Poopers. Yeah. Yeah. Happy right? I feel amazingly better. That's a good thing. Yeah, baby. AI and automation are supposed to help and assist humanity, but the rich hoard it and use it for their own evil games. Yeah. Well, I don't not agree with you. I think you are one of those people that sees beyond what so many ramifications. Religions put humans as a center of the universe in a world where one species cannot be allowed to rule. Oh my God, preach to the choir. Like that, like everything was put here for us. I try. Thank you, Jean. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys. Love you too. We love Channel Warhorse. We try. Yahoo! All right, guys. I'll be seeing you on Tuesday night. Thank you for coming. Thank you for this free associating adult ADHD rant. Although I did have a little bit of a succinct way of going. All right, babies. Bye. See you Tuesday.